So the main thing is get going. The next thing is you've got to start mapping. You've got to map your compliance requirements, understand what are the serialization requirements that you've got to satisfy. You've got to understand your landscape, what is the sites, what are the suppliers, what are the customers in your wider network that are going to be affected by these requirements. You've got to draw your boundaries and be clear about those. And then you've got to start mapping details.
So these are big projects, they're complex, there's many risks that will be incurred along the way. I think having good early visibility of those and having sensible mitigation is really critical.
And then start thinking about technology. If you don't, it's a really big risk for your business.
And I think execution has to be excellent in the case of serialization. They're big, complex projects with many, many parts that need to be coordinated. So execution capability is fundamental. We always say that the single hardest step in a serialization project is to engage your senior stakeholders at the beginning. Okay? The second hardest thing to do is to maintain their engagement. And the consequences of losing their engagement partway through the project are absolutely fundamental and can be really quite damaging. So I think the biggest roadblock in there, the biggest thing to look out for, is maintaining engagement with senior stakeholders. The Track and Trace Academy, I think, is an excellent initiative. One of the biggest problems I think we find talking to people about serialization is making it real for them. So having equipment on site that people can stand and look at and see packs and see printers is absolutely fundamental. And I think having this kind of capability to help build the customer knowledge will lead to much better and more productive relationships between vendors and clients in the long term.
In the end, it's to the benefit of both sides.